It's a sacrifice. We fight for every inch, every mile. Sometimes I wanna get lost in the crowd.
What's good, y'all? What's good? Welcome to another episode of Red Lights Don't Exist. Brother Woke, Ivan Zahn, Ivan Vo. It's all the same, man. I know it's been a while. I've been busy. No, but yeah, man. Just been working on some stuff. One of the things I'm working on is this book. Bah! A Boy and His Flute. Inspired by my son, man. One day, my wife had got him this song. Well, no, it was a gift from somebody, one of my wife's friends. It was a flute and it was some drums. He pulled that flute out and he just started playing. And I'm like, dang, man. This boy, he's 15 months. He blowing in it and, making all kind of sounds. And it kind of, shocked me, and it inspired me to obviously write this book or whatever. Because he's just been, even to this day, he been carrying that flute around, blowing in it. It's just was pretty dope, man, just to see how kids, learn things, how kids evolve, like I said, it inspired me to do this book. It was just dope, man. You know what I'm saying? It's just, amazing to see, my son do that. So yeah, next month, I don't have a date yet because I still have to make a few changes. But definitely next month, look out for my book, A Boy and His Flute. It's going to be on Amazon. So make sure y'all check that out. Look at me on social media and all that good stuff. So how y'all feeling, man? I hope y'all doing all right. I'm doing good, man. I'm in Detroit, man. We had a bunch of snow today. Well, it wasn't a bunch of snow, but any snow on the ground seemed like a bunch of snow. But yeah, man, everything's going good, man. I hope y'all doing good as well. But today, man, I just wanted to talk about the definition of a man. What inspired me to do this podcast was this weekend me and my wife took my son to this little playhouse. And he was having a good time, enjoying himself. It was, other kids there. And right before we left, it was just this boy that I had seen, throughout the day. He was kind of playing by himself. He was doing his thing, but he just seemed like kind of lonely. And I'm like, dang, I didn't really think too much of it, but I'm like, where's his parents at? But at one point, he reached his arms out for me. He wanted to jump in my arms. I'm like, you know what I'm saying? Like, dude, where's your family at, man? I mean, I ain't want to, let him down or nothing. So, I held my arms out. He jumped in my arms, man. And I looked at my son. He was kind of, my son was upset. He was kind of, like, no, that's my daddy. So after that, we started to leave and the boy started to follow me. I'm like, okay, this is becoming a little bit too much, because he started crying. You know what I'm saying? Crying for me like I was his dad. So it's like we walking through the whole building and, this boy, just crying and, following me. Me and my wife, went to different people like, yo, is this your kid? And, what's going on? So we eventually found his mom and his dad. And, they was shocked or whatever. They're like, man, what you doing? But I'm like, dog, y'all ain't watching our kid? You know what I'm saying? You should never keep your eyes off your kid. I mean, I don't care. This is just my opinion. It's just like anything can happen in this world. You know what I'm saying? I know if something happened to my kid, that's it. I'm going to lose it. It's like I can't keep my eye off my son for, especially in a public place for, a couple seconds. I'm always conscious of where he is, but kind of what made me do the podcast is just like, I couldn't imagine my son jumping in a random man's hands, in a random man's arms, crying for another man. I don't know about you. That'll make me feel some type of way, I don't know the situation between the boy and his father or nothing like that, but it just seemed like a disconnect. It's just like, why are you crying for another man? Or do you look at me as your father? Or, it's just like, it sent me through so many emotions, It's like as black men, we have to be fathers to our kids. We can't just send a couple dollars. You know what I'm saying? Have these phone conversations. You have to be active in your kid's life, dog. You know, and I'm passionate about this, man. It's just like, it's unfortunate because there's so many kids out there that's suffering because they don't have a father in their life. And, you know, a lot of time, you know, when men, even if you have a baby with, and I talked about this on my other podcast, with a woman that you're not cool with, that don't have nothing to do with that kid, that shorty. You know, you got to take care of that baby regardless, man, because they don't deserve to go through the things that they go through in life, you know. You got to step up, you know. And it's just like having my own son, it's just like my perspective has changed so much because every day is difficult. It's not easy being a parent. And a lot of time we leave our women alone, or the women we have babies with, alone to raise these kids alone or by themselves. It's like, and dog, that ain't cool. You don't know how difficult it is, you know, to change diapers, to get up at random times of the night, you know, to figure out what they want to eat, you know, why they're crying, you know, it's like they're always busy. You got to keep them, you know, occupied. It's just like, it's so much that goes into it. And, you know, dudes that just go ahead and, you know, have sex with you, and, you know, they're there for the process of making the baby, but they're not there for the process of raising the baby. We got to raise. It's no excuse. It's no exception. You have to be in your kid's life, dude. It's just like, come on now. We got to do better than that, man. You know, but that's one of my definitions of being a man, you know, stepping up to your responsibility regardless. It don't matter, you know, what relationship. If you married, you single, you beefing with your baby moms or whatever, you know, they don't have nothing to do. Your relationship with your kid is separate, dude. Do what you got to do, you know what I'm saying, to be a part of your kid's life, for real. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, that's just something that I'm real passionate about, man. But that, man, and as far as just, man, just growing up, man, and, you know, becoming more mature. You know, for me, me growing up, man, it's just like my view of being a man was distorted, you know, based off of some of the things I saw growing up. So when I got into relationships, it was like trial and error. It's like I didn't come into even my marriage having an understanding how to be a man or what a husband looks like. You know, it's just like I'm learning as I go. So it wasn't until I, you know what I'm saying, got into a relationship with my wife and got married that I understood that, okay, this is how you be a man. But it's like I had to make so many mistakes to understand that. You know what I'm saying? I didn't come in having all the answers, you know. But I've been, you know, willing to learn. It's like even to this day, I'm still learning like, oh, okay, dang, I gotta, you know what I'm saying? This is what it means. You know what I'm saying? It's not just, you know, the trash and stuff like that. I gotta be conscious of, you know, conversations we need to have, you know, and bills we need to pay, or, you know, intimacy we need to schedule for each other. And it's just, you know, a lot comes with, you know, just being a man and stepping up to the plate. You know, and for me, you know, I think that I have somewhat old school values, you know, but I believe in, you know, protecting your family. For me, that's a big one as far as being a man. You know, because when it comes to my family, I'm going to put it all on the line for my family. If any harm comes to my family, it's going to come to me first. You know, straight up. You know, that's another thing I'm passionate about. It's just like I stand out there on the forefront for my family. You know, they mean the world to me. You know, and like I said, if any harm comes their way, it's like I'm stepping up to that plate regardless. I don't care what's going on, or, you know, what was said or how it happened or whatever. You're not harming my family without harming me first, you know. And you also, you know, want to be there. You want to provide, you know, because you're not going to feel like a man if you're not contributing. If you're not, you know what I'm saying, keeping your household together. You know, you have to step up to the plate regardless. When the family, you know, going through stuff, or, you know, stuff seeming in disarray, it's like it's on you to have that strength. You know, you have to be strong. You know, you have to hold your family together. It falls on your back at the end of the day. You know, I know a lot of men, you know, and I think this is something that, you know, society and, you know, relationships have to work on. You know, we have to, well, you know, the world and society in these relationships, you know, people have to realize that men do have feelings too. And you have to understand that, men are taking all this stuff and, and carrying the weight of the family, we have to be acknowledged too. You know what I'm saying? Because we're going through these wars and fighting these battles. Like I said, I'm putting my life on the line for my family. We just want to be acknowledged as well. You know what I'm saying? Mothers get their Mother's Day and they get all this, love and stuff like that. We need it too. Like Chris Rock said, I want more than a big piece of chicken. But yeah, man, just being a man is it's so much more than just sleeping with women. It's not even that, you know what I'm saying? It's not sleeping with women. That's not a man. Anybody could have sex and, do whatever, or even, anybody could spend money on, kids and, women and stuff like that. But are you there for your kids, graduation? Do you know their favorite color? You know what they like to eat? Do you know what they like to eat? You know what I'm saying? Are you there for your wife? You know what I'm saying? When she needs you emotionally, when she's venting, or she needs something. You're not just there when it's time for the turn up and time to get intimate, or, it's like that's a part of it, but it's just so much more. And being a man is just understanding the full spectrum. So yeah, man, that's just my definition, man. I don't know, man. Everybody got a different definition, but I'm learning, and I think that most men are, especially men that grow up, without their fathers, or, grow up with fathers that suffer from, conditions and things like that. We have to learn as we go. But the good thing is you're learning. You know what I'm saying? You're trying. You have to keep trying. You can't just say, "Oh, forget it, dog. I ain't worried about it, man. It is what it is." Nah, dog. Take care of your responsibilities, man. Straight up. But I appreciate y'all, man. This has been another episode of Red Lights Don't Exist. Peace.